A 57-year-old African-American man on mushrooms threatens a 27-year-old kid. The Royal Challengers Bangalore men's team requests to make IPL intergender. Jamie Cassidy, ex-Liverpool star, arrested for possession of 356 kilograms of Christmas snow. One-time Grand Slam winner calls Novak Djokovic desperate, and more. शुरुआत करते हैं स्पोर्ट्स की सबसे बड़ी न्यूज से। आईपीएल सीजन 17 इज बैक,
जिसका मतलब है अब आप अपने लाइफ के सारे इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में भूल सकते हैं, जैसे कि ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, रशियाज वॉर ऑन नेटो और रिसेशन।
इस महीने आरसीबी वुमेन्स टीम अपनी फर्स्ट लीग ट्रॉफी जीती। उन्होंने दिल्ली कैपिटल्स को हराया 8 विकेट से।
Yes, this is probably one of the most dominant RCB victories in my recent memory. Switching it up, आईपीएल मेंस टूर्नामेंट भी स्टार्ट हुआ है, जहां आरसीबी ने अपना पहला मैच खेला चेन्नई के अगेंस्ट और वो 6 विकेट से हार गए।
And this side, Rishabh Pant has also made a comeback to cricket. उनके infamous crash और recovery के बाद, he played his first match as he captained Delhi Capitals against Punjab Kings.
And much like the Dream 11 ad जो प्रीति जिंटा और ऋषभ पंत ने साथ में की थी, पंजाब beat Delhi in an interesting encounter. But in all seriousness, Pant made 18 runs in 13 balls and got a standing ovation on his return to cricket. I feel this is a good news for all of us as Indian cricket team fans to see Rishabh Pant make such great recovery.
Over at Eden Gardens, Kolkata Knight Riders beat a very good team in Sunrisers Hyderabad. My colleague Nikunj is a big fan of Sunrisers Hyderabad. And Nikunj, how does it feel as a fan of this SRH team to lose on the
franchise?
Yeah, esteemed franchise to lose on the last ball of the last over.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Chirag, yesterday wasn't an easy night for me. But in all honesty, I feel there were a lot of positive signs from the SRH performance as well. We had a deep batting lineup. And maybe the effort from Klassen was a little too late, but overall काफी players ने impressive performance दी, and I am hopeful for the season for SRH. Let's see.
Over in Vada Pav, loving Mumbai City, Hardik Pandya seems to be enjoying his new role of captaincy for the Giants. He's playing alongside the former captain Rohit Sharma, who's obviously been announced as the T20 World Captain for India at the World Cup. He will also be playing alongside stars like Ishan Kishan and more. So let's see how that goes.
Jumping back to the bigger picture, Dhoni announced that he will be stepping down as the captain of Chennai Super Kings. This marks the end of an era with 5 IPL championships, 235 matches captained, and 2 years banned.
This also signifies the end of an era for the big three in Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma and MS Dhoni, as this will be the first ever IPL since 2008 that none of these people have captained the franchise.
IPL ने और बहुत सारे records तोड़े हैं इस season. Ever since Tata has become the title sponsor, उन्होंने contract 5 years से extend कराया है, worth ₹2,500 crores.
On the other side of the spectrum, we have Pakistan Super League, and things over there are getting interesting. Matches seem to have been getting more tense from the visuals we found online.
Pakistan and weird moments, a friendship made in heaven.
Talking about friendships, you might have to go check on your friends who are Barcelona and Liverpool fans, because they might be facing some daddy issues.
Jurgen Klopp is leaving Liverpool after 8 successful seasons with the club. He truly won it all, from the Champions League to the Premier League, everything. And Xavi will also be leaving his boyhood club Barcelona, but this time for good.
Through all these breakups and sad times, there will always be romances that go strong. We have Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid, whose love affair seems to be going strong. The 25-year-old has made it clear that he will not be staying at PSG after this season.
Talking about the international football, Brazil ends its losing streak after a well-deserved win over England's Wonder Boys. I have a feeling ये जो coming home का chant होता है ना, this is going to die early this year. The 17-year-old Madrista Endrick scores his first goal for Brazil in the 88th minute that helped the side emerge victorious. But you know who was the happiest there? It was Perez.
As Bayern Leverkusen have a clear 10-point lead on the Giants.
The battle for Premier League title in England is on top gear with Arsenal on top, which is weird. I'm sure the Arsenal fans want the season to end right now. Closely followed by Liverpool and Manchester City. The last time Premier League में जब 3 clubs contest किए थे एक साथ, that was the season when we got the Aguero.
UCL quarterfinals are also coming up this season. There are no underdogs in the top 8 of the Champions League. All the top teams from across Europe. You got Real Madrid versus Manchester City as the first quarterfinal, which is a big deal because since the past 2 years, these two teams have been facing each other, and जो इनमें से जीतता है इनका मैच usually जाके Champions League जीतता है. So let's see who wins this year.
Next, we'll be talking about Arsenal going to face its nightmare in Bayern. The last 3 games in the UCL, Arsenal and Bayern have played against each other. उसका aggregate score 15-3 है.
15-3, yikes.
But the tables have truly turned for both the sides this season. With Bayern 10 points of the top Bundesliga में, and Arsenal being the top of the most competitive European league in the world. I don't know. This seems to be the most stable Arsenal squad since the Wenger days. But Thomas Müller is pretty confident about his team and was not shy of showing that in this reel you can see.
And it's Arsenal. Kai Havertz, my friend, I am waiting for you. Now it's a nice draw. Two very good teams, two very good stadiums, two very good cities. It will be tough, but I'm always positive. See you, Gunners.
Another interesting matchup coming up is Barcelona versus PSG. And these two teams have had a bittersweet rivalry with a lot of legends being shared between these two clubs. But as we all remember, the 6-1 thrashing of PSG at the time. So Barcelona are ready, and let's hope Barcelona reach the semi-finals.
You are not going to forget that for a long time.
This is a very one-sided news.
Yeah. We are biased. And of course, the last and also the least, Atletico Madrid would be facing Borussia Dortmund. Now, we can talk about this match and we can listen about this match, but we can collectively save all of our 30 seconds and just admit the fact we don't care about this match.
So let's just save it. From not caring about teams to caring about teams, your favorite Manchester United has been in the news for beating Liverpool.
Yes.
The second team in the Premier League right now. They beat them in the FA Cup.
The last time Ten Hag was so shocked was when he realized that he can't buy the entire Dutch team and just start calling them Manchester United.
Moving on from struggling teams to struggling teams. Jake Paul, the famous YouTuber, boxer, influencer, recently announced that he will be taking on Mike Tyson in a boxing match on the 20th of July at the AT&T Stadium in Texas.
This means a 57-year-old man might turn the problem grandchild.
Jake Paul also announced his next fight, Mike Tyson wali ke saath. He will be facing in the senior heavyweight division, Miss Betty White.
And also the Dadi Saab from Na Ana is Desh Lado. In more boxing news, Anthony Joshua knocked out Francis Ngannou in the second round of the match in Saudi Arabia earlier this month.
A harder knockout for Ngannou than when he was knocked out of the UFC.
Speaking of Anthony Joshua, let's shift the gears. See what I did there? This Formula 1 team, Alpine Racing, who are currently racing at Formula 2 pace in Formula 1.
Over at the top of the table, Max Verstappen and Red Bull have continued to dominate the sport with 2 consecutive wins before this week, as he lost at the Australian GP as he had to retire due to technical failures. Carlos Sainz won the Australian GP this Sunday morning as he came back from appendicitis.
Speaking of Sainz's seat at Ferrari, it seems like Ferrari have found their new black horse.
Now let me serve you with some good tennis moves.
We are on a roll today.
The young Carlos Alcaraz won his 13th singles title as he won the Indian Wells against Daniel Medvedev last week. In other news, Djokovic was also stunned by Luka Nardi, the 24th-time Grand Slam winner, lost in the second round of Indian Wells. There was a weird situation between the two players, Nardi and Djokovic, as Djokovic abruptly stopped the play as Nardi called the ball out. He requested the umpire to replay the point, but all he got was Andy Roddick, a one-time Grand Slam winner, calling a 24-time Grand Slam winner. Desperate.
Oh wow, the world we live in. Rafael Nadal seems to be in good shape as he aims to return to tennis for the 4th time this year.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just over for him, man.
No, man. I hope he comes back to the French Open. I hope we see him win another French Open.
I hope so. The king of clay.
Yes. That's what it is. Thank you guys for watching, liking, and subscribing. That's all the news we have for you today. And we're gonna have a new news episode next month. See you next month. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. We've tried a new format. हम न्यूज़ देंगे आपको हर महीने की अच्छे से फुल टाइम एंड नेक्स्ट मंथ हम वापस आएंगे एक नए एपिसोड के साथ. सो गाइस प्लीज कीप वॉचिंग, लाइकिंग एंड सब्सक्राइबिंग. थैंक यू.